This is your women's figure true novice class.
What's up, squad? I'm back with a special guest, Miss Shailene. She just competed in her very first figure competition. So I just want to ask her a couple of questions and get a little insight on what it was like during the first show. First off, how long did you compete for? How long did you prep?
About 20 weeks.
Okay.
I started a little easy in April, but around May, I really dialed in.
Okay. And why did you choose figure over any other division like bodybuilding, wellness, or bikini?
I did some research on the game, and all the women that were in figure, I feel like were closer to my body type. So broad shoulders, small waist, big quads. And then I got with my coach, and I feel like she kind of backed it up for me to go with figure. But I am thinking about competing in other divisions, like wellness and physique.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it takes a lot, and it's pretty costly getting ready for a show. Can you go over some of the things you had to pay for regarding like posing suits and registration fees and what else did you have to?
It was expensive.
Yeah.
Everyone said it was going to be expensive, but I didn't think it was going to be that expensive.
Yeah.
The most expensive thing I would say was my coach.
Okay.
And shout out to Diane Brown. She's IFBB pro, so I wasn't just paying for a trainer. I was paying for her time, knowledge, experience, all those things, and it was worth every penny. Like, she really is the best of the best. But outside of that, my posing suit was pretty expensive. The shoes, hair, makeup, and food and supplements. Like, I was at the grocery store every Sunday like clockwork.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And did you have to change up? Like, I know you work out, but did you have to change anything up prepping for this show compared to just how you were lifting before?
A little bit. I've always been an athlete. I've always been in the gym. But I would say the prepping for workouts for a show is more intense. A lot more steps, a lot more cardio. And although I had a split, let's say, for example, on Tuesdays, I would do like hams and calves. But because my quads weren't as dominant as they needed to be, I needed more muscle definition. At the end of like hams and quads, we would throw in like 3-4 quad dominant exercises just to, tone the muscle a little bit more.
Wow. Now, with your food, did you have to be on a strict diet, like counting calories or anything?
Absolutely.
So how was that? And prepping, like, what was the one thing that you was craving the most throughout your prep?
My prep was very strict.
Yeah.
I was eating the same thing, same portions every day at the same time.
Yeah.
That part wasn't too difficult because I'm used to like operating on a routine. I like a routine. The most difficult part though was waiting to eat. So like if my second meal was at 12 and it's 10:30 and I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm really hungry.
Yes, like I would have to keep myself busy for an hour and a half till it's time to eat. But the thing that I miss the most, I can't say just one.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a sweets person, so I would say pizza, wings, and tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah, tequila. I would go with my friends, and it would be so hard seeing everyone, eat and drink, and I would be there with a struggle smile with some water. But it was like
that kind of leads me to my next question. How was it balancing work and then also trying to still have a social life? How was that, and how did you find a balance between both of those?
It was hard. It was extremely hard, like working 8 hours a day. I'm getting ready to move, so dealing with like packing up here and trying to find a place there. It was very difficult, but honestly, I have to give the credit to thank God for my family, friends, co-workers, and especially my partner for just like holding me accountable and just remembering my why. I had to like be on a set schedule every day to really give myself to those things. Like whenever it was time for like family or friends or work or working out, I would be present in that moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was it? How should I say? How do you feel about your overall accomplishment for this prep?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. I'm proud of myself. I feel confident. I'm not gonna lie though. When I got backstage and I saw some of the other women, I was a little intimidated. I'm just like, she looks good, and I want to look like that. But I had to remember, like, this is my first show. I'm just getting my feet wet. But overall, I proved to myself that I could do it, and I'm proud.
Yeah. And one thing too that I keep in mind, that anybody that step on stage, and I think we've had this conversation before, anybody get on stage and willing to be judged, not only from the people in the audience, but the judges, you deserve a round of applause. So, you know, I've seen your journey, you know, from
Yeah.
years. So I'm definitely, when I seen you, I was, you know, it hit me. So I'm definitely proud of what you was able to accomplish because I know you wanted this and you wanted it for a couple of years now. So I'm glad you was able to actually do this competition before you was able to, you know, take off and lead the area. So
Thank you. You didn't even recognize me when you walked in.
I
I was like,
didn't.
hey.
And another question. So now that you got this in the books,
Mhm.
are you gonna do it again?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not the end. We're going pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
stay tuned.
Good, good. And then I guess another question. What was the first thing you had to eat after your competition?
Five Guys.
Five Guys.
Yeah, only because it was like the closest restaurant. But so I'm a believer in like signs and alignment in the universe and stuff. So my stage number was 48.
Uh-huh.
My chicken number for Five Guys was 48.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, I deserve this. I deserve this.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
that's it.
Well, I thank you and I appreciate you sitting down for this interview with me. You guys stay tuned. We got a future IFBB Pro on the way.
Yes, sir.
Give me some.
Thanks.